My 27M partner 25F left me for her coworker after 5 years. Why do I desperately want her back? 5 years of staying in a country that I can't stand the cold in just to be with her. Because I believed if I sacrificed my temporary happiness, we would be happier together later. 5 years she called her love for me unnegotiable and unconditional. 5 years of building a family of 3 cats. 5 years of loving each other through everything life threw our way. She was the kindest human I have ever met. Redefined what a woman is for me. I worshipped her, but I had my own mental battles that prevented me from showing it all the time. We had our fights. We had our disagreements. But we made it work. I wasn't the best partner when it came to supporting her mentally. I wasn't the best partner when it came to picking up my share around the house. But I don't think these things warrant what she did. Especially when she didn't vocalize how badly those shortcomings made her want to leave. When she announced her decision to leave me, nothing made sense or added up. It didn't seem like what I didn't do was enough of a reason to get left for. Then 1 week after the breakup she was out dating her coworker. Then she stopped coming home. Now I just don't see her anymore. I found out she was emotionally and potentially physically cheating with him for around 3 months prior to the breakup. She used her work phone to text him so I could never see her text him. She developed feelings for him and did the decent thing and broke us off. The decent thing would have been to tell your partner about this co-worker's romantic interest in you, and how you felt the same way about him. In 2 weeks she was gone from my life. Leaving me with our big cold apartment and our 3 cats. So why the duck do I still want her back? Why would I tear my soul apart to get her back? Why is my self-esteem so ducking low? Do I really have no self-respect? Redditor's reaction story 2 after. Redditor 1, you're in love with your ex-girlfriend and you're putting her on a pedestal. Go on no contact. Give yourself time to heal. Assuming your ex wanted to reconcile, it would be just because her boyfriend has disappointed her. Work on your self-esteem also. Learn from your mistakes and don't repeat them in your next relationship. Redditor 2, it's very human to want to go back to what it was before the destruction of something very important to person. So people after the war sought to return to the place of their completely destroyed homes. Yes, it's natural for you to want to go back to the past. But loving a person and being able to live with this person in a relationship are 2 different things. You won't be able to be with her, no matter how much you love her, after what she did. Besides, you love a woman who was in the past and not the one who preferred someone else to you. It's very hard for you, the pain is unbearable, but it would be much worse if she ducked him behind your back for months and years, and you wouldn't know anything. You dodged a bullet, you are not married, and cats are not children. Gather all your will, try to survive and find a loving and faithful woman worthy of you. Or rather, a new love will find you by itself, it will definitely find you. Chin up, bro. Op answer, thank you man. I appreciate your words. You're awesome. The part about loving the past version of her is so true. Redditor 3, move. You're stuck in your old life that makes you unhappy. In a country you can't stand. Step 1 is to change that and surround yourself with people and an environment with love. Start planning that today. Figure out where you want to go and make those steps to remove all the reminders of being in a place for someone who no longer wants you. Her relationship will likely crash and burn. Relationships started on infidelity usually do. Plus she's got poor communication skills and mental health issues. Take back your life by moving yourself to a more desirable location. Story 2, my girlfriend is cheating on me, and I need some diabolic ideas for revenge. I've known my GF 6 months ago. I wasn't so invested in this relationship at first cause I thought that she doesn't want a serious one. Then each time she says that I don't pay attention to her and she even started crying one time because of that. Then he started taking care of her and paying her more attention, calling her each day, taking her out and all. One day, it all started when I noticed that she has Tinder, then I found out that she received a gift from a boyfriend, then I found a conversation with another man full of heart and kisses. She removed me from those who can see her Instagram stories. She even told one time that she's going to sleep, then found out later on that day she was out having fun at a bar at 4 a.m. The worst thing is when I try to understand all of that she says that I'm responsable cause I don't pay her attention or something like he's just a friend, or that she always go out with girls only and she never met a boy since we knew each other. Each time I forgave her. I even told her that she can do whatever she wants and I just wants to know what happens. Asked her if she wants a no-string attached relationship. She denies everything and refuses. Few days ago, It was enough for me for all this acid and told her that we should take a break and stop talking for a week while I get back to the city. She said okay and even said that she will wait for me and she will never talk to a man or go out with one. 2 days later, I decided to make a fake Instagram account with some 3K-ish followers and follow her and talk to her. She was badly down for meeting my fake account. She sent me videos and pics that she's outside drinking in a fancy car. The best part is she even posted a story that I couldn't see with my personal account, of her with 2 other mans in a car in another city, and they passed the night together at one of the boys' apartments. Then yesterday when she came back to her house, she called me on my personal number telling me that she missed me and those last days she was just sleeping on her couch thinking about me. Now I have all those screens and everything and I don't know what to do. My idea is to wait until I go back and pass a wonderful night with her, telling her how much I love her and that I'm willing to marry her. And then when we wake up I'll send her all those screens. And leave her like a piece of acid. I'm open for your suggestions. Forgive my acidy vocabulary, English is not my native language. Redditor's reaction story 3 after. Redditor 1, you should duck the dude as well. That will teach her. Redditor 2, I hate ghosting people, but this would be the perfect time to just ghost her. I'm a woman so I can attest to this. Women hate it when we don't get a response back. Husband doesn't respond to my text, I think he's hurt at work. Mother doesn't answer my phone call, I think she's in a ditch somewhere. Friends don't respond to text, I think the guy they're on a date with is a serial killer. It's not that bad, but get my point? Women go crazy over not getting a response. Just ghost her. That would be the best revenge. Redditor follow up, I agree. Usually ghosting is a acidy thing to do, but she is a piece of acid who treats you like acid, so it's the perfect response here. If she ever confronts you in person to embarrass you at work or in front of friends, or tries to blow you up on social media, that's the time to show the receipts. Redditor 3, legit just ghost her. Or send the SS and then block her on everything. Trust me, that will hurt her more than anything else I mean. Redditor follow up, agreed. Even when confronted his GF will most likely double down on her behavior and call op abusive, bad at SX, etc. to try and inflict as much damage as possible. No matter what op does, it is a lose-lose. Better to send a strongly worded message to her, publicly or privately, than ghost her on everything so she has zero chance for further manipulation. Would absolutely drive her nuts not getting the last word. Story 3, I caught my girlfriend cheating on me with my uncle. 2 years ago, I got accepted to a college near my uncle's house. Although I wanted to stay in a dorm, my mother and her brother insisted that I stay with him. Growing up, my uncle and I weren't close, but he wasn't terrible, so I relented. He is one of those stereotypical dude brothers who is always at bars with his friends, who values masculinity above all else. When I first moved in with them, he picked on me for being a soft-spoken guy who doesn't like conflict. When my aunt intervened and stopped him, my aunt is kind and assertive. My uncle tried to make me more like a man several times, but as soon as she noticed my discomfort, my aunt put her foot down and made sure that it would not happen again. They even got into a fight when my uncle wanted to take me to a gun range but I didn't want to, and he wouldn't budge. My aunt intervened immediately and they got into a huge fight. She told him that she'd kick him out of the house if he tried to force me into any of his stuff again. My uncle and I try to avoid each other from since then. My girlfriend and I met in an online dating site. She attended the same college as me and we liked each other, so we started dating almost a year ago. She's a very outgoing person and when I brought her to my uncle's house 6 months ago, they liked her. My uncle and girlfriend seemed to hit off especially well, talking about sports and stuff. Around 3 months ago, my GF started partying a lot and I started seeing less of her every week. My uncle was out drinking with his drinking buddies almost every day as usual. Yesterday, I was supposed to go to a friend's home and when I invited my girlfriend, she told me she was busy. When I got to my friend's home, he was sick so I had to return. My girlfriend's and uncle's cars were on the driveway when I got home, which was strange. My aunt went to her gym at that time and my cousins were with my grandparents. I got suspicious and snuck in with my key and they were making out in his bedroom. I took a video with my phone, called my aunt and confronted them. My aunt came home immediately. They tried to make some excuses but my aunt kicked my uncle out of the house and told him that she will divorce him. I'm feeling horrible right now. My uncle's betrayal hit me harder than my girlfriend's. Why are people like this? My uncle managed to find a person he didn't deserve to be his wife and decided to duck it up. My aunt has been trying to put up a brave face but I know it's eating at her. She put up with a lot of his BS over the years, and this is how he rewards her. Story 4. My wife cheated, got pregnant, confessed her infidelity, and has threatened violence on me if I try to leave. We were trying to get pregnant, and during that time she cheated on me. She got pregnant and she let me be excited before telling me a few days later that she had cheated on me with a guy a few times and the possibility exists that it isn't mine. I told her that I wanted a divorce and she threatened me with violence if I try and leave. She has hurt me in the past, so I don't feel like they are empty threats. We broke up shortly after we first met years ago because she had hit me in the face out of anger a few times. She had gone to therapy and anger management and promised it wouldn't happen again, and it didn't for years. I don't need advice. I know I have to get out of here before I get hurt or worse. I just want to feel like someone sees me. I am overcome with emotions, and I have since begun seeing a therapist and am on a medication that helps me deal with how I am feeling sometimes, but it's not enough. She is very cruel to me. There is little, if any, physical abuse happening to me right now, but the emotional and mental abuse she is doing to me is exhausting. Anytime I try to go out, she tells me she is going to see the guy she cheated with to make me stay. She uses a tracker on my phone to see where I am at all times, but blocks her location frequently, so I don't know when to expect her home. Typing all of it out and talking with a professional has really helped me see how out of control this whole situation has become. It wasn't always like this. I loved her more than anything and did everything I could for her. But it is clear to me now that I was nothing more than a live-in servant that she never really loved. I know I am going to leave her once I have a safe exit plan, but I don't know how I am ever going to trust someone or be intimate ever again. I am using apps to make friends and trying to sneak out and attend social things to meet new people, but I find myself distrustful of these new people. I'm always wondering what they want from me. It all feels so hopeless. Update: I am officially moved out. The day after I posted this, I noticed my wife had hidden our gun. It's normally on top of our dresser and locked up. However, it and both of the keys we had hidden around the house are missing. She has made comments about hurting me in my sleep and about hurting herself and blaming me. I have no recordings of this. It was always carefully worded and in passing. So I am going over to get the last of my things in a few weeks with a police officer and family member present. As for the baby, she is aborting it tomorrow, in her words, to hurt me. And she is succeeding. Keeping it is bad, losing it is bad. This was a lose-lose for me, and I just want it to be over so I can begin therapy and begin to heal. Thank you for all your kind words, and some of you gave good advice and encouraged me to get out sooner. I'll update again when I have all my things and am totally free. Update 2, she made true on her threats and has aborted the baby. While a lot of you would say this is good news, I am still a mess over this. It might not have been mine, but I watched it grab its toes at the ultrasound and I loved it. My heart is broken and I feel like I can't breathe today. I am putting in my 2 weeks with my wife on Monday and breaking the news of our marriage being over with divorce papers on my last day. Redditors' reactions. Redditor 1, this makes me sad. I was in a similar abusive relationship for years. I got to the point where I just left because I knew if I didn't I'd probably die anyway, either by him or me killing myself, so I figured it was worth the risk to leave. But it's so hard. Narcissists are masters at manipulation and making you feel trapped. I see you. I hear you. I understand you. You're not alone even if it seems like you are. It takes time to make a plan and follow through, but you will do it. Op answer: thank you. I can't tell you how much that means to me. I'm sorry you had to go through what you did. I wouldn't wish this type of life on anyone. Redditor 2, my divorce attorney told me to gather up what I needed to live, get a place to stay, and leave when she isn't around. Because she can intentionally fall down the stairs, say you pushed her, and you're in jail with a domestic abuse charge that'll stick with you forever. I left on a Friday, and she was served divorce papers on Monday. Redditor follow-up: excellent advice. I have read horror stories of wives trying to get husbands home and then calling the police. Be sure to get paperwork. Tax returns from the last 2 years, pay stubs, etc. Open your own bank account in your name only, and as soon as you leave, have your paychecks go into the new account. And cancel credit cards that are in both names. Redditor 3, I wish I had advice, but I will say, you are worth more than this. You deserve to love without fear. You're doing the right thing by leaving. People see you and you're not alone. Please be safe. Op answer: thank you. I think I'm going to stay away from love for a while until I sort out the mess she has left behind in me.